And good evening. I'm Kurt Berglund with Pine Tar Baseball. Negro League's Great Teams Tournament Style. On the Pine Tar Baseball website, ttlbaseballgame.com, you can get yourself a PDF of the 12, what we believe are the 12 greatest Negro League teams in history. Of course, we could be wrong. What I have done is taken those 12 teams. I've set up a tournament that will be running on a separate set of videos, but on this set of videos that you'll be able to find on my YouTube channel as soon as they're released, if you subscribe to my channel, which I encourage you to do. We are doing a best of 3 All-Star games using the 12 teams in this set, plus one free team that you can get right now on the Pine Tar Baseball Facebook page, which is the 1934 Philadelphia Stars, that's not included in the set. It's just a bonus team. It's a freebie. Enjoy it. It's an awesome team. And, yeah. So, tonight, we're playing Game 1 of that best of 3 All-Star game. We're going to go through the rosters for each team. The Negro League All-Star games were held from 1933 to 1953 at Chicago's Comiskey Park, and they were the biggest deal of the Negro League baseball season. Bigger than the World Series, bigger than any single game in the pennant race. This was it, and the players were very proud to be voted to this team. They were done through newspaper elections, newspaper ballots. And so this is a big deal. And so what I did was I divided the 12 teams in the set into 6 West teams and 6 East teams, and then selected the best years of each player to be eligible and made the teams. And so we may be doing 2 games, or it may be all 3, depending upon how it goes. But the West and the East rosters are coming up right now. For the visiting East squad, the pitching staff is Slim Jones from the 1934 Philadelphia Stars, Leon Day from the 1946 Newark Eagles, Max Manning from the 1946 Newark Eagles, Layman Yoakley from the 1929 Baltimore Black Sox, Louis Tiant Sr. from the 1947 New York Cubans, Leroy Matlock from the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords, Biz Mackey starting the position players on the bench for Game 1, Biz Mackey from the 1925 Hilldale Daisies, Minnie Minoso from the 1947 New York Cubans, Rap Dixon from the 1929 Baltimore Black Sox, Sam Bankhead from the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords. Those are the pitchers and the backup position players for the East. For the homestanding West team, the pitchers are Dick Redding from the 1917 Chicago American Giants, Joe Rogan from the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs, Rube Foster from the 1910 Chicago Lelands, Frank Wickware from the 1910 Chicago Lelands, Willie Foster from the 1933 Chicago American Giants, Ted Trent from the 1928 St. Louis Stars, Frank Duncan from the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs, Buck O'Neill from the 1942 Kansas City Monarchs, Dobie Moore from the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs, and Willard Brown from the 1942 Kansas City Monarchs. And now we have the starting lineups. For the visiting East squad, leading off and playing center field, it's Cool Papa Bell. Batting second and playing third base, Cool Papa Bell. His card is from the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords. Judd Wilson is playing third base and batting second, and he's from the 1929 Baltimore Black Sox. Josh Gibson bats third. He's from the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords. Oscar Charleston bats fourth. He will play first base. He's from the 1931 Homestead Grays. Monty Irvin will bat fifth. He plays shortstop, and he played for the 1946 Newark Eagles. Larry Doby will bat seventh. He plays second base, and he was on the 1946 Newark Eagles. Judy Johnson will bat seventh. He plays third base for the 1925 Hilldale Daisies. And Dick Lundy will bat eighth, and he played for shortstop for the 1929 Baltimore Black Sox. On the mound for the East squad is Smokey Joe Williams from the 1931 Homestead Grays. Alrighty. For the West, Pete Hill leads off and plays center field. He was on the 1910 Chicago Lelands. Pop Lloyd will bat second and play second base. He played for the 1910 Chicago Lelands. Mule Suttles will bat third and play first base. He was on the 1928 St. Louis Stars. Turkey Stearnes will be the cleanup hitter for the West and plays center field. He was on the 1933 Chicago American Giants. Willie Wells bats fifth, plays shortstop, and he was on the 1928 St. Louis Stars. Hurley McNair will play right field. He was on the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs. Larry Brown will bat seventh and do the catching. He was on the 33 Chicago American Giants. And Newt Allen will bat eighth and play third base. He was on he was on many teams, but he was on the 1942 Kansas City Monarchs. And batting ninth for the West and doing the pitching will be Satchel Paige from the 1942 Kansas City Monarchs. All righty, so we are ready to go. Let's get our cards in place. Let's get our dice ready to roll. The East squad is up first as the visiting team. And so old Satchel will come out and do his warm-up tosses. And Cool Papa Bell will stand in to face him. And we're going to put the hitters here. All right. Cool Papa leads off. Switch hitter. And we are ready to go as Satchel Paige has completed his warm-up tosses and he's ready to rock. Pitch to Cool Papa is a strikeout to open the game. We are underway in the first inning. Judd Wilson comes to the plate, left-handed batter, 404 average in 1929 for those Black Sox. Pitch to Judd is a base hit to left field, takes Satchel the other way, and Judd's aboard with a single. There's one out and one on in the first inning for the East squad. Josh Gibson steps to the plate against Satchel Paige. Satchel to the belt, checks Judd. The pitch home is a ground ball third base. That's to Newt Allen. He goes to Pop Lloyd for one, back to Mule Suttles for two. It's a rally-crushing, soul-crushing double play. And we've completed one in game one of the East-West All-Star game. And it's no score. Smokey Joe Williams from the Homestead Grays takes the mound. He'll face Hill, Lloyd, and Suttles in the West first inning. Smokey Joe winds, and the pitch to Pete Hill. He walks him. Now we've got an interesting set of possibilities here. Yeah. because Pete was a base stealer. And they might try and pull something on old Josh Gibson. Pop Lloyd steps into the batter's box, 371. In 1910, Joe Williams developed the pitch home. Pete Lloyd is not going. The pitch is driven deep. This is center field. Cool Papa Bell on his horse. He won't get there. He's left the building. Pop Lloyd has left the building. So has Elvis. And it is 2-0 West after 2 batters in this East-West All-Star Game 1. Best of 3. Mule Suttles stands in. Mule was 359 in 1928. Pitch from Joe Williams. It's a base hit for Mule. Left field. He yanks it into left. It's a base hit that falls in front of I'm sorry. That falls in front of Larry Doby, who's in left as Dick Lundy's at short. Okay. That's what I got wrong. Nobody out. Suttles at first. Stearnes at the plate. 354 for Turkey in 1933. Joe Williams in trouble in the first. The pitch home to Turkey Stearnes. Hit to left. Not deep. Doby is going to take it. And that's out number 1. Finally, in the first inning. No, I got that wrong. Monty Irvin, I'm sorry, is in left. Larry Doby is at second. Now we're set. Now we got it. So we got 1 out with Mule Suttles returning to first base and Willie Wells stepping to the plate. St. Louis Stars shortstop, 359 in 1928. Joe Williams to the belt. The pitch to Willie Wells. Is ground ball, second base. This is Doby. He flips to Lundy for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Willie Wells beats the Rap at first, and with 2 outs now, Hurley McNair comes to the plate, and the West having a 2-0 lead. Williams to the belt, checks Wells, the pitch home to Hurley. Hey, struck him out. That finishes the West squad in the first, but they score 2 and take a 2-0 lead. I gotta say that odds makers would put the East squad as a favorite in this game, but they are not leading game 1, that's for sure. Page back on the mound now to face Charleston, then Irvin, and then Doby in the second inning for the East. Pitch from Satchel to Oscar Charleston. Ground ball second. That's Pop Lloyd. He's going to throw to Mule Suttles, and there's 1 down. Monty Irvin. 363 for Newark in 1946. The pitch to Monty. Line drive, base hit. That's center field. Pete Hill collects it and throws it back in. There's 1 man on. With 1 man out. Catcher for the West is Larry Brown, who had a gun. They all did at their All-Star game. They may send him. Doby at the plate. Page to the belt. There goes Irvin. He is safe. Stolen base for Monty Irvin. And Now the East has a man in scoring position with one man out. Larry Doby stands in, 339. He's got a strike one count. Page to the belt. The pitch home to Larry is a base hit into right field. Irvin will stop at third. They've got men at the corners now with... I gotta check this. No, he will not stop at third. He will score as Larry Doby brings him in. 2-1 now. The West leads on a single by Doby, and with one out, Larry's at first base. Judy Johnson at the plate. Judy, 389 and 25. Page has given up his first run. And Judy strikes out. That's strikeout number 2 for Page. And with 2 outs, it's Dick Lundy. With Larry Doby still at first. Page to the belt. Checks Doby at first. Pitch home. Is a base hit. That is a base hit to center field. That will send Doby to third, and one more time the East has men at the corners. And coming to the plate now is Smokey Joe Williams. Joe can handle the bat a little bit, so we'll have to see how Satchel does. Doby at third, Lundy at first. Page to the belt, in trouble in the second. The pitch home to Joe Williams. It's a base hit. This one, right field. It's going to tie the game, and it's going to send Dick Lundy to third base as one more time the carousel keeps going, and that aggressive brand of baseball played in the Negro Leagues is being shown here in this All-Star game. It's 2-2. It's 2-2 now, and there's 2 outs. Lundy at third, Williams at first, and Cool Papa Bell coming up for the second time. He had 345 in 1935. He's 0 for 1 today. The pitch from Satchel is a base hit. This one goes to left field. It brings home Dick Lundy, and Joe Williams will stop at second. So an RBI for Bell. The East leads 3-2, and Page is on the ropes. 2 outs, 2 on. Williams at second, Bell at first, and Judd Wilson at the plate. Page to the belt. The pitch home to Judd is lifted to center field. Pete Hill has room inside Comiskey Park and will make the catch. But the East scores 3 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. They leave 2. And we're going to the bottom of the second with the East leading 3-2. For the West, it's the bottom third of the order. Brown, Allen, and Page coming up against Smokey Joe Williams. Larry hit 304 for the 33 Giants. Joe Williams back on the bump. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's 2 Ks for Joe Williams on the day, and Newt Allen stands in. Newt, 304 for the 42 Monarchs. It's a base hit for Newt, right up the gut to center field. Doesn't matter how many bounces, it gets out to Cool Papa Bell, and Newt Allen is on with a single. And now Satchel will come to the plate. Satchel, not much of an offensive threat, but we'll see what they have him do. Could be asked to lay one down here, we'll see. Williams to the belt, checks Allen at first. Satchel Paige is bunting. He gets it down. And this is gloved by Judy Johnson, who throws to Oscar Charleston for the out on the sacrifice. And Newt Allen advances to second. So now it's Pete Hill with 2 outs and Newt Allen in scoring position, the tying run. 180 feet away for Pete Hill to drive in. Joe Williams to the belt, the pitch to Pete. Is a comebacker gloved by Joe Williams. And he's going to flip to Oscar Charleston for the out. We've played 2 and we're off to a hot start. It's 3-2 the East leading the West in the East-West All-Star game. Satchel Paige back out on the mound. Josh Gibson, Oscar Charleston, Monty Irvin will be his opponents in inning number 3. Satchel, the pitch. He strikes out Gibson swinging. So Josh Gibson has rolled into a double play and struck out in his 2 at-bats. Oscar Charleston, 0 for 1 on the day, 333 in 1931. Pitch to Oscar. This one's hit to left. And I gotta look. Pete Hill is going to take it for out number 2. And now it'll be Monty Irvin with 2 outs and nobody on for the East. Satchel Paige might be settling down into a little bit of a groove here. Pitch to Monty. Hey, struck him out. Satchel, with his 4th strikeout of the game, retires the side 1-2-3 in the 3rd. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And it'll be Pop Lloyd, Mule Suttles, and Turkey Stearnes coming up for the West to face Joe Williams. Joe is nursing a 1-run lead. It's 3-2 East. Pop Lloyd had a 2-run dong in the 1st. Pitch to him. Hey, struck him out. Joe Williams, that's his 3rd strikeout. Trying to match Satchel. With 1 out, it's Mule Suttles, who has huge, huge power and played in 1928 in a very small bandbox type of a ballpark in St. Louis. Mules 1 for 1 on the day. The pitch. Ground ball 3rd, gloved by Johnson. He's going to throw to Charleston, and there's 2 down in the 3rd for the West. Nobody on. Turkey Stearnes flew out to left in his first time up. Turkey might be the best player on the ball field today. Pitch to him. Hey, of course, now that I said that, struck him out. And that retires the side in the 3rd for the West. So we go to the 4th. It's 3-2 East. And they want to add to their lead. So Satchel's coming back out. He's retired 4 in a row. It'll be Doby, Johnson, and Lundy coming up for the East in the 4th. Larry is 1 for 1, an RBI and a run scored. The pitch from Satchel is a ground ball second base. That's taken by Lloyd. He's going to throw to Suttles, and there's 1 down. Judy Johnson steps in. Judy is 0 for 1. Satchel struck him out in the 2nd inning. And Judy strikes out again. Paige now with 5 Ks on the game. And Dick Lundy stands in. I didn't know who to bat 8th. Dick Lundy deserved better, but 352 for the 29 Baltimore Black Sox. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Pitch to Dick is a wild one to the screen. That's a ball. And Satchel, the winds and throws again. Joe Williams is on deck. And we have our first error check. This is hit to right. That's Hurley McNair, and he's gonna, let me double check. He will make the catch, and that's out number 3. So Page has retired 7 in a row now. We're going to the bottom of the 4th, and it's 3-2 East. Joe Williams back out on the mound. He will face Wells. Sorry, he will face McNair. No, he will face Wells, then McNair, and then Larry Brown. Williams winds. The pitch to Wells. He's 0 for 1 on the day, but reached on a fielder's choice. Hey, struck him out. For Joe Williams, that is strikeout number 5. Here comes McNair, a monster for the 24 Monarchs, 349, 511 slugging average. And that's ball 1. That one goes to the screen. Next pitch to right. Not deep, though. Going to be taken by Judd Wilson, and that is out number 2. And Larry Brown is coming up. Larry is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitch from Joe Williams. Hit to right. Another one for Judd. He's going to get there, and we've played 4, and it's East 3, West 2. The pitchers have settled down. Maybe a case of early game nerves, but they're over it now, and they've settled in. We got a good one cooking. 3-2 East. Page back on the mound. Wants to hold them where they're at. Joe Williams stepping to the plate. He has an RBI single on his ledger today. The pitch. Ground ball short. That's taken by Wells. He's going to throw to SUTTLES, and there's 1 down. Cool Papa Bell up there now, 1 for 2. Ground ball second. That's Lloyd. He throws to SUTTLES, 2 down, and now 9 in a row for Page and Judd Wilson. Judd smacks this one to right. He pulls it into right, breaks the string of 9 in a row, and he's aboard against Satchel. The right fielder for the East squad is at first base. Josh Gibson steps to the plate. 0 for 2 for Josh on the day. Pitch home from Page. Hit to center and deep. Pete Hill. Turkey Stearns on the run, on the run, on the run. He's going to take it on the track, and that's going to be the 3rd out in the top of the 5th for the East squad. Nothing across. After 4.5, we're halfway done with this one, but the East leads 3-2 over the West. Joe Williams coming back out. Newt Allen leads off, then Satchel Paige, then Pete Hill at the top of the order for the West. See if they can get something going. Okay. hit to center. And here comes Cool Papa Bell to make the catch. And that's one gone. Now Joe Williams has a string of 10 in a row going. And Satchel Paige will come to the plate. They will not pinch hit for him, at least not yet. Bottom of the fifth, one man out. They're down a run. Pitch to Satchel. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 6 for Joe Williams. And next it's Pete Hill with 2 outs and nobody aboard. 11 in a row for Joe Williams. Until now, when Pete Hill hits it right back up the middle and singles to center in front of Cool Papa Bell. So it's a base hit for Pete Hill, and it'll be Pop Lloyd coming to the plate against Joe Williams. Pop Lloyd hit a 2-run homer, accounting for all the West runs in the bottom of the first. The pitch to him. This is a base hit to right, and Hill is on his horse. He's going to go all the way to third. Judd Wilson's throw goes into second, and it's men at the corners for the West. 2 outs, Suttles at the plate. Gold, an opportunity to score, but Mule has to come through with 2 men out. Lloyd works on his lead. Hill dancing off third. Joe Williams to the belt. The pitch home to Suttles. Hey, struck him out, number 7. And that will retire the West in the 5th. They come close but do not score. 2 hits and they leave 2. We go to the 6th. East 3, West 2. Oscar Charleston, Monty Irvin, Larry Doby coming up against Satchel Paige. To right. Gonna drive Hurley McNair back to the track, but no deeper, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Charleston is retired, and now it's Monty Irvin. Monty is 1 for 2, and a stolen base, and a run score. Pitch from Page. Ground ball second. Pop Lloyd throws to Suttles. That's 2 down. And now Larry Doby, who's also 1 for 2. Run scored, Ribby on his day. They'd like an insurance run, but they have not been able to add on since their 3-run second. Page, the pitch. Hit to right. Hurley McNair will make the catch one more time. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. East 3, West 2. We got a pitching battle here. Coming up for the West is Stearnes, Wells, and McNair. Turkey is 0 for 2. The pitch from Joe Williams. He struck him out. Number 8 for Joe Williams. Willie Wells stands in. Willie is 0 for 2. West trying to steal game 1. Bottom of the 6th. They're down a run. And we got a range check. Get to the kitchen. Get to the kitchen. It's a range check. This is smack to left. Is it going to fall in front of Monty Irvin? Yes, it is. It's a base hit for Willie Wells. And now that Josh Gibson guy is getting his arm ready. Willie Wells taking his lead off first base. Hurley McNair is up. Hurley is 0 for 2. Wells taking his lead off first base. Williams to the belt. Checks Wells, and there he goes. The throw down from Josh Gibson is not in time. Wells slides under the tag from Larry Doby and is safe on the steal. So Wells has stolen second and got himself into scoring position with one man out. Hurley McNair with a chance to drive in the run. He's down in the count 0-1. Williams to the belt. The pitch to Hurley. Ground ball short, gloved by Lundy. He's going to throw across to Charleston, and that's 2 down, and now Larry Brown comes to the plate. We're in the bottom of the 6th. They need a 2-out hit to tie the game. Newt Allen is on deck. Larry Brown, 0 for 2. Williams to the belt, looks at Wells at second base, dancing off the base. The pitch home to Larry. He walked him. Joe Williams loses Larry Allen, and down to first base he goes. So it's going to be Newt Allen with 2 on, and Satchel Paige on deck. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Willie Wells at second, Larry Brown at first, Newt Allen at the plate. Williams to the belt. The pitch home to Newt. Hey, struck him out, number 9, and what a time for his 9th K of the ball game. He gets out of the 6th. Joe Williams walks back to the dugout, and it's 3-2 East. So Satchel's coming back out for the 7th. It'll be Judy Johnson, Dick Lundy, and Joe Williams coming to the plate for the East. And they have desperately been trying for a insurance run, but it just hasn't happened. Okay, so Johnson at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks against Page. Pitch to Judy. He hits this one. It's drilled toward first. Mule Suttles is going to take it himself, and that's 1 gone in the 7th for the East. Dick Lundy is 1 for 2, a run scored. Way back in the 2nd, that seems like about an eon ago. With 1 out and nobody on, Lundy is up, and Joe Williams is in the on-deck circle. Line shot. Right field. Here comes McNair, and that's 2 down. 2 down now, and Williams will bat. Williams will bat here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs and nobody on. All right. Joe Williams, 1 for 2 today with a ribby. The pitch from Page. He's got another hit. This one is to left field, and it drops in front of Pete Hill. So with 2 outs, Williams is aboard. And Cool Papa Bell will bat. Page letting it all out now. Cool Papa Bell is 1 for 3 with a ribby. We have a ground ball second base. This is gloved by Lloyd. He's going to go the short way to Wells covering second, and that will retire the East in the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and Page, and then the top of the order is due with Hill and Lloyd. But I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for Satchel. So, who is it going to be? It's going to be Willard Brown. Pinch hitting for Page against Smokey Joe Williams in the bottom of the 7th. So Willard Brown, and the new pitcher warming up in the bullpen will be the new pitcher warming up in the bullpen is going to be Ted Trent, the man they call Big Florida, and he's getting loose. But for right now, Willard Brown is on Joe Williams' agenda, and he will lead off the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Williams to Brown is a strikeout, number 10. For Joe Williams. Very impressive in all-star competition. Pete Hill comes to the plate. Pete is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Williams the wind, the pitch to Pete. Hit to right, not too deep. Going to be taken by Judd Wilson for out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th. And now, Pop Lloyd. Pop is 2 for 3, and the 2-run homer that accounts for the offense by the West. Williams winds and pitches, and this is to left down the line. It's past Johnson. It's going to rattle around in the corner. Monty Irvin's going to have to go get it. By the time he does, Pop Lloyd's going to be on second base with his 3rd hit and a double. And here comes Mule Suttles with 2 outs, again with the runner in scoring position to potentially tie this game. Turkey Stearnes is on deck. Well, that East squad, So Max Manning is going to frantically start throwing in the bullpen for the East, as Joe Williams might be getting tired. Mule Suttles is coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout on the day. Joe Williams to the belt. The pitch to Pop Lloyd. I'm sorry, the pitch to Mule Suttles. Hey, struck him out again. Twice, Mule Suttles has had an opportunity to tie the game, and twice Joe Williams has struck him out. That's 11 on the day for Joe Williams. It's still East 3, West 2 as we go to the 8th. We're going to have a double switch of sorts going on here as Pete Hill will come out of the game. And Willard Brown will stay in the game and go to left field. So Ted Trent's spot in the batting order will be the leadoff position. And he will be the new pitcher as we go to the top of the 8th. Alrighty. Judd Wilson, Josh Gibson, Oscar Charleston coming up in the 8th. Judd is 2 for 3. Judd is 3 for 4 as he goes the other way again and a base hit to left field. He's not a speed demon. They may run for him, and his defense is yikes. So we've got some options here. They're going to go with Rap Dixon to run for Wilson. And he will doubtless stay in and play right field. So Wilson is done for the day. And Josh Gibson will come to the plate. They may send Dixon. He's got speed. Big Florida's going to have to do his job here. Gibson in there. He's 0 for 3. Disappointing day so far for Josh, but he can turn that around in a hurry. Trent to the belt. Checks Dixon at first. The pitch home to Josh Gibson. Hit to left and deep. This is way back. And it's going to be caught by Willard Brown at the wall. Dixon was already around second base. He's going to run all the way back to first, and that'll bring Oscar Charleston to the plate with one man out. Oscar is 0 for 3. Dixon still at first. The pitch to Oscar. Dixon not going. This is hit to left. Another chance for Brown. This one's easier, though. He'll get there, and that's out number 2. And now Monty Irvin, 1 for 3 on his day. Dixon still at first base, working on his lead. And there he goes. The pitch home. Glove by Brown. The throw down to Pop Lloyd is in time. They shoot down Rap Dixon trying to steal second base, and the East does not score in the 8th. Monty Irvin will lead off the 9th. And in the bottom of the 8th for the West, as they try and get a run to tie this thing, it'll be Stearnes, Wells, and McNair. This is a Game 1 classic. We got it all going on here. Okay, so Joe Williams back out on the mound. Stearnes, Wells, and McNair coming up. Rap Dixon is the new right fielder. No other changes for the East. And Max Manning, Dr. Cyclops, is warming up in the bullpen in case he's needed. Williams has 11 strikeouts on the day. He's allowed 2 runs. The first 2 men to bat against him scored, and that's been it. Williams the wind, and the pitch to Stearnes. Driven to right, base hit between Charleston and Doby. It's a single for Stearnes. He's on. And now it's Willie Wells. So they have a number of options here. They can go hit and run, they can bunt. Stearns not much of a threat to steal. Hurley McNair is on deck. Larry Brown in the hole. Wells is 1 for 3. The pitch from Joe Williams. Joe Williams to the belt. Checks Stearns at first. The pitch home. Wells is bunting. He gets it down. He gets it down. It's toward Williams. It takes a hop. And it's by Williams. Wells is going to beat it out. Stearns is safe at second. And an infield hit. An infield hit on an attempted sacrifice bunt by Willie Wells. And there's 2 on with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Stearns at second. Wells at first. Another golden opportunity. But now with nobody out for the West to try and tie this thing or maybe even take the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Joe Williams in trouble. Hurley McNair is up at the plate. Williams to the belt. Hurley is 0 for 3. The pitch home to center. Cool Papa Bell is driven back. Willie Wells is tagging. Bell makes the catch. The throw to third. He bluffed. He bluffed and goes back to second. So there are still men at first and second, and now Larry Brown coming to the plate. They could pinch hit for Brown, but they're not going to. Brown is in there. 0 for 2, a walk and a whiff. Joe Williams has 11 Ks on the day. He goes to the belt. Stearns takes his lead. The pitch home. Is a base hit to center field. Stearns is around third. Turkey Stearns is around third, and he will score the tying run. The West has tied it at 3. Hurley McNair goes to third, and Williams has allowed the hit to tie the game. It's 3-3 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Larry Brown comes through. That's going to be it for Williams. 7 1/3 innings. He allowed 10 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 11. He allowed 3 runs so far, all of them earned, but there's 2 men on base, and they are his responsibility as well. Willie Wells, 90 feet away from tying the game. Larry Brown at first base. So men at the corners for the West. The score is tied. There's 1 out, and Newt Allen is at the plate. Here comes Max Manning in the ball game to replace Williams, and they're hoping provides some relief. Yeah, There's not going to be a double switch. They're just bringing Manning in. He will bat ninth. And so the infield moves in to cut off the run at the plate, potentially. And Newt Allen stands in against Dr. Cyclops. Newt Allen is 1 for 3 with a strikeout on the day. Manning to the belt, looks at Wells at third base. The squeeze is on. Here he comes down the line. And it's grabbed by Oscar Charleston. Oscar Charleston shuffles to Josh Gibson. Josh applies the tag. Wells is out at the plate on a failed suicide squeeze by Newt Allen. Larry Brown advances to second. And now there's 2 outs with Willard Brown coming to the plate. And this is no walk in the park. Big Florida is on deck, but first base is not open. Third base is open, but I don't think they want to load the bases for a likely pinch hitter for Big Florida, Ted Trent. So Manning will face Brown. Reset the stage for you. There's 2 outs. Larry Brown is on second. Newt Allen is on first. And Willard Brown is at the plate. Max Manning for the 46 Newark Eagles is on the mound trying to shut off the rally. The pitch to Brown. This is a base hit to center field. It lands in front of Cool Papa Bell. Larry Brown gets to third, and he's coming home. The throw from Cool Papa Bell is not in time. No, he's safe. He is safe. Allen gets to third, and Willard Brown has driven in the go-ahead run. It's 4-3 West. It was a single to center field. Larry Brown got a good jump off second base. Came around to score. Cool Papa Bell's throwing arm, not all that in a bag of chips, and he did not throw out Larry Brown at the plate. Josh Gibson's tag was late, and Brown was scored sliding. Meanwhile, Newt Allen made it all the way to third from first base. And Willard Brown is happy, clapping for himself on first base. There are still 2 men out with West runners at the corners. They lead 4-3. And now Big Florida Ted Trent is due. So will they let him bat? No, they will not. They're calling back Ted Trent. And it's going to be Buck O'Neil. Buck O'Neil is going to pinch hit for Trent here in the bottom of the 8th. An important insurance run is 90 feet away. Manning is in trouble. O'Neil is at the plate. Allen is at third. Willard Brown is at first. The pitch home to from Manning to Buck O'Neil. And we have a range check. Get to the kitchen. It's a range check. Hit to center. Hit to center. Cool Papa Bell on the run. He will get there, and that will retire the side. Holy Toledo, that was almost another insurance run. But no, Cool Papa Bell caught it. So we're going to the top of the 9th. The West leads the East in Game 1 of this 3-game set. Best of 3. The West leads the East 4-3. Now, let's see what they're doing. So Trent is out. He went an inning. 1 hit, no runs. No walks, no strikeouts. So the new pitcher for the West and in charge of trying to shut this thing down they're going to go with Willie Foster. No, they're not going to go with Willie Foster. They're going to go with Frank Wickware, who was a sidearmer submariner for the 1910 Chicago Lelands. And he will get the very unpleasant task of facing Monty Irvin, Larry Doby, and Judy Johnson. At least they're scheduled in the top of the ninth. So Wickware is on. He will be in the leadoff spot in the order in case it gets around to him. So Irvin, Doby, and Johnson. And I'm going to take a quick look at the... Frank Wickware is one of many Negro Leagues starters who was worked to death, basically, and his arm was pretty heavily abused by overuse. But in 1910, he was an absolute stud, and he's on now to close this game, if he can. The East needs 1 run to tie it. We're in the top of the ninth. It's 4-3 West, and if you look at the East and the West rosters, you'd have to say the East is a better team by a little bit. So we got a little bit of a surprise party taking place here in Game 1. So Monty Irvin, then Larry Doby, then Judy Johnson, maybe, and then, if anybody gets on, Dick Lundy. The men on the bench for the East include Biz Mackey, who's a catcher, Minnie Minoso, infielder, and Sam Bankhead, who did a little bit of everything. So Monty Irvin will lead off against Wickware. Remember, Wickware, sidearmer, submariner, do anything you can to get people out. The pitch to Monty, grounded to third, and gloved by Newt Allen. He's going to throw to SUTTLES, and there's 1 gone in the ninth. Larry Doby. Larry is 1 for 3. Pitch to him from Wickware. Ground ball short, taken by Wells. He throws to SUTTLES, 2 gone. And now Judy Johnson. They're not going to hit for him, even though he's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. They're going to let Judy try and work his way out of it. Wickware winds. The pitch to Judy is drilled to center. This is going to get over Turkey Stern's head, and it lands. It bounces off the wall. Look at Judy Johnson run. He's going to get all the way to third. It's a triple for Judy Johnson, and the tying run is 90 feet away for Dick Lundy. Yikes. You got to know this one's a classic. We're going to the ninth. We got 2 outs. The tying run is on third base, and Dick Lundy, who only hit .352 for the Baltimore Black Sox and has a hit and a run scored in this one today, is at the plate. Max Manning is not on deck, but his spot is due. The pinch hitter for Max Manning is going to be, if it gets to that, is going to be Minnie Minoso. He is standing in the on-deck circle. Dick Lundy is the whole ball game right now. Wickware checks Judy Johnson at third base. There's 2 men out in the ninth. West 4, East 3. The East is at bat, and Dick Lundy is the last hope to get that runner in from third and tie this ball game. Johnson takes his lead. The pitch from Wickware. Hey, struck him out to end the ball game. Frank Wickware has struck out Dick Lundy with Judy Johnson 90 feet away to end this game and save it for the West with a score of 4-3. For the victorious West squad, they have 4 runs on 10 hits, and they committed no errors. For the vanquished East squad, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Big Florida Ted Trent. The losing pitcher, Dr. Cyclops Max Manning. No, I'm wrong about that. Losing pitcher is Smokey Joe Williams. My bad. Ted Trent is the winner. Frank Wickware gets the save, and the West gets Game 1 of the East-West best-of-3 game series. And I did not expect this. All right, so come on back for Game 2. Please click like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the Negro League action I got going on. And the East-West games, the tournament that's coming up, it's all on Pine Tar Baseball. Pine Tar Baseball is found at ttlbaseballgame.com. If you've got questions or comments, please throw those below. Thank you so much for joining me. We got to work together. I hope I'm giving you some fun in the crazy, crazy days of 2020. My name's Kurt Berglund. So long, everybody.